To please find their seats. What a docile crowd doing exactly what I asked. Thank you. Good afternoon. Seriously, come on, it's graduation week, y'all. Okay. Thank you. Welcome to the Lewis Katz School of Medicine Awards Day for the class of 2026. My name is Gretchen Deemer, and I'm the Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education. I will serve as the host for this ceremony, and it's a great honor to participate in recognizing the exceptional work of our faculty and our graduating students. While I know that none of you do what you do to earn an award, it's important to acknowledge the dedication, drive, and talent in this room and throughout the school, and for those who went above and beyond. So we're here to honor you today. You should all have program agendas, and if not, please inform the staff volunteers and they can bring you one. The agenda will provide you with an outline of events for today, including recognition of our students who have been inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha and Gold Humanism Honor Societies, faculty awards as voted upon by our students and presented by Dr. Heather Klaus, our Senior Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, as well as our 2026 class president, Brooke Stanicki, and the student awards presented by our faculty and representative from the Dean's office. The awards will be given in the order that they're listed on the agenda. At the conclusion of our ceremony, staff volunteers will distribute a program booklet that includes the names, descriptions, and the recipients of the awards. Copies will also be available at the reception out in the commons afterward. It's been quite the day for awards. Earlier today, Dr. Goldberg and I had the pleasure of attending the awards ceremony at our St. Luke's regional campus, and the names of all of our award recipients are going to be listed in the program booklet. There are some school-wide honors awarded to St. Luke's students, so we will announce them here in absentia to make sure we really celebrate their achievements. So to get the afternoon started, I would like to introduce Dr. Amy J. Goldberg, the Marjorie Katz Dean of the Lewis Katz School of Medicine.
Thank you very much, Dr. Deemer. Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly my pleasure to welcome all of you to Awards Day. Tomorrow morning, we will celebrate the considerable accomplishments of all the members of the class of 2026 at commencement. While we are proud of all our graduates and all of our faculty, some of you merit special recognition for exceptional academic achievements and outstanding contributions to the life of the school. That's why you are here. Today is all about you. And we're especially delighted to see many of our students' family and friends here. A special welcome to all of you. We share in your pride. So thank you again for being here. I know we are all excited to get started. Okay, take it away. I think it's Dr. Cash.
I think I introduced you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dion Cash, the Associate Dean for Student Support here at the medical school. The following members of the class of 2026 have been elected to the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society, which recognizes students who with strong academic leadership and service. I ask that the students rise when their names are announced and remain standing until we have completed the roster. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. Thank you. Faith Isian, Masashi Azuma, Jake Bremen, Christine Chin, Matthew Conlin, Alexa Konomikes, Colin Deutsch, Jocelyn Dorotan, Yvette Iweka, Udokama Ezekwe, Evan Fairweather, Elise Gadra, Timothy Garton, Jillian Grabel, Jordan Hyman, Max Horowitz, Larissa Ibrick, Nikita Iyer-Saw, Stacy Kerbel, Dima Khalil, Claire Rose Kissinger, Shreya Kumar, Julia Larson, Ryan Lee, Yaniv Madahi, Haley Majithia, Caitlin Martin, Jenna Merlino Simone, Luke Miller, Ivana Morejon, Megan Noonan, Dante Puntiel, Andrew Ramirez, Aliana Rao, Francis Westweber, Caitlin Rudisil, Manuel Sacchi, Lindsay Scott, Connor Sheehan, Matthew Shelley, Aaron Srivasan, Brooke Stenicki, Diannalise Tabla Sendra, Noah Thornton, Claire Van Dyne, and Taylor Walters. Our congratulations.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kimberly Ford, the Assistant Dean for Career Advising for the Office of Student Support. It's my pleasure to announce the names of the class of 2026 members who have been inducted in the Gold Humanism Honor Society for demonstrating outstanding compassion and patient care and commitment to social justice. As with AOA, please hold your applause until all are introduced. Students, please rise when your name is announced and remain standing until the roster is completed. Fatima Asen, Faith ICN, Santiago Apiani La Rosa, Luis Benitez Ramos, Christine Chin, Colin Deutsch, Yvette Aweka, Udokama Ezekwe, Evan Fairweather, Kristen Floyd, Olivia Follis, Patrick Hernandez, David Jessen, Zachary Lamb, Ryan Lee, Rebecca Lee, Jenna Merlino Simone, David Miller, Javier Montalongo, Ivana Morejon, Deborah Ore Onitolo, Sophia Parada, Dante Puntiel, Stephanie Regis, Manuel Sacchi, Sarah Sano, Anushka Shah, Aaron Srinivasan, Brooke Stanicki, Morgan Storino, Bushra Turciolo, Bliss Uribe, Claire Van Dyne, Megan Wishira, San Wei, Ashley Williams, Julian Wise, and Kara Young. Our congratulations to you all.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations. I'm Heather Klaus. I'm the Senior Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs here at CATS, and it is my privilege to honor some of our faculty members who've had a significant impact on the class of 2026 as teachers, role models, mentors, advisors. I will announce the award and describe it, and if I announce you as you're the recipient, honorees, please come up and have your photo taken with the dean, and she will present you with a certificate, okay? So the first award is the Russell and Pearl Moses Memorial Endowed Medical Award, and it's presented for excellence in clinical teaching at Temple University Hospital. We could be here for a long time bestowing accolades on the 2026 winner of this award, who received a huge number of votes. She is a highly regarded internist and received numerous awards celebrating outstanding clinical skills and a deep dedication to mentorship and teaching. As one student stated, she is my role model. I don't know if I'll get anywhere close, but she certainly has inspired me to try. Beloved by students across the school, I'm honored to present this award, and have our dean present this award, to Assistant Dean for Academic Coaching and Professor of Medicine in our Hospitalist Division, Dr. Hannah Raverby. The next award is the Blockley Osler Award, and this is presented for excellence in clinical teaching at St. Luke's University Health Network. This St. Luke's faculty is a fantastic teacher. She can balance pushing students to improve while being supportive and encouraging, which is very appreciated for students, especially when it's the first clinical rotation. Her commitment to fostering an excellent learning environment was also noted by many students. One student said she made this one of my favorite rotations of third year. It's evident that she cared for and took the time to make each student get the most out of every rotation. The recipient is Dr. Courtney Humphrey, who received her award earlier today at the St. Luke's ceremony. Let's give her a round of applause. The next award is the Dr. Henry P. and M. Page Laughlin Award. This is for excellence in clinical teaching at a Lewis Katz School of Medicine clinical affiliate site. A seasoned pediatrician recognized for her excellent clinical skills in teaching, it was evident from this year's voting that students were clear about the preference for this award. She is an attentive teacher and consistently helps students learn about and appreciate patient care through role modeling and thoughtful feedback. According to students, she truly enjoys mentoring, and as one stated, she looks out for us to make sure in her gentle way that we recognize children are not just little adults. Affectionately known as Dr. G, I am delighted to present this award to Professor of Clinical Pediatrics, Dr. Hemalata Guruprasad. Next up are the Golden Apple Awards. These awards will be announced by the North Philadelphia Class of 2026 Class President Brooks Zinicki. They will recognize outstanding teaching, commitment, and enthusiasm in educating Lewis Katz School of Medicine students. Brooks Zinicki.
To this right here. No, it's okay, don't worry. Good afternoon and welcome. The Golden Apple Awards are prestigious student-nominated honors for faculty recognizing excellence in teaching, mentorship, and service. These awards highlight educators who create supportive learning environments, show dedication to student success, and through their knowledgeable enthusiasm, infuse their students with a love for lifelong learning. The first Golden Apple is for Dr. Anna Gamero. Dr. Gamero's commitment to students is evident, not just in her teaching, but also in her animated approach, good humor, and accessibility. Students have said, Dr. Gamero is amazing. Because of her enthusiastic attitude, I have not forgotten important material. Her lectures are consistently well organized, easy to understand, and delivered with warmth and humor. Congratulations. Oh, I'm The second Golden Apple recipient is Dr. Bill Robinson. He's not here to join us, but I'll just talk a little about him. He's the course director for the Neuro Block. His thoughtful organization and careful preparation help students to sustain enthusiastic engagement in one of our most challenging courses. Dr. Robinson is unable to join us today because he's attending his son's graduation, so congratulations ×2 to Dr. Robinson. The third recipient is Dr. Robert Bedeker. Known for his innovative teaching, mentorship, and guidance, and consistent demonstration of compassionate care, he is a brilliant and empathetic doctor whose patient care continually inspires students. The fourth recipient is Dr. Jamie Garfield. An exceptional educator and mentor who also received the Temple University Lindback Award for distinguished teaching this year, emphasizing her 15-plus years of curricular innovation as well as guiding and supporting students towards their educational and career goals. And congratulating these very worthy recipients.
Thank you, Dr. Stanicki. Does that sound good? Yeah. Congratulations to our faculty honorees. Now, with great pride and admiration, we'll present our honors to our students. Each award will be individually presented by a different faculty member in the order listed on your agenda, which I hope everybody has. If you don't, there are more. The faculty presenters will introduce themselves, state the name of the award, describe the award, and then announce the award recipient. Student recipients, please come down when you hear your name. Dr. Goldberg will present you with your certificate, and you will take your photograph as expertly demonstrated by our faculty awardees. For our first award, I'd actually like to ask Georgianne Moore, our Assistant Vice President of Institutional Advancement, to come to the podium to introduce the family members of Louis Capecci, class of 2012, who will describe the award, which will then be presented by Dr. Goldberg.
Thank you so much. It is truly my honor to introduce the inaugural Louis Capecci Legacy Award today. And with us in the room to speak about the award is Dr. Phyllis Perkins, who is class of 1976, recently celebrating her 50th reunion, and her daughter, Sarah Dollar, in loving memory of Dr. Capecci. To recognize the award purpose is to recognize a graduating medical student who has matched into cardiac surgery residency, who has exemplified the values of compassion and patient care, technical skill, and devotion to science and learning, as demonstrated by scholarly activity, continuous improvement, and professionalism. Please join me up here, Dr. Perkins and Sarah.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Good afternoon and congratulations to all of you. I am truly impressed by your dedication, your achievements, and your commitment to the medical field. I'm here today to honor my late brother, Dr. Louis Michael Capecci, who graduated from Temple Med in 2012. He was my hero. Louis was son of two Temple medical graduates, Dr. Louis Capecci and the wonderful Dr. Phyllis Perkins, class of 1976. This scholarship was also established by Louis's stepfather, the late Nathaniel Wiesenfeld, class of 1972. Louis was born with transposition of the great vessels and survived 2 open heart surgeries as an infant. The doctors who saved him inspired him to dedicate his life to saving others. He became a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon, not only a brilliant one, but one who led with empathy. He understood his patients as a doctor, as someone who had been a patient himself, and as the father of a patient after his own daughter was born with a heart tumor. Dr. Capecci was a dedicated pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon scholar and mentor in the Stanford medicine community. He joined the Department of Cardiothoracic Surgery in 2019 as a clinical instructor and became a clinical assistant professor in 2021. He worked at Kapolani Medical Center for Women and Children in Honolulu, Hawaii, where he served as the first full-time pediatric heart surgeon. In a very short time, he made a tremendous impact. When Kapolani opened its first pediatric heart center in 2023, Louis helped bring life-saving care to children in Hawaii, reducing the need for families to travel to the mainland for critical procedures. His work changed lives and strengthened an entire community. Louis used what little time he had to become the best possible version of himself, a dedicated family man and a brilliant surgeon who always went above and beyond to care for his patients. His legacy reminds us that excellence is not only about skill, but about heart, humility, and service. Today, we are honored to present a scholarship in his name to a graduate who hopes to pursue cardiothoracic surgery and who embodies the qualities Lewis was known for: kindness, patience, compassion, a love for people, and a genuine desire to help others. Good luck to all of you, and may Dr. Michael Capecchi be an inspiration to us all. Congratulations to this year's recipient. And here's my mother with a photo of Dr. Capecchi.
So here is my son Louis, and he was photographed in his Kapiolani Hospital wearing scrubs. Now, when I just came here 2 weeks ago for my 50th reunion, and I was presented with this beautiful scarf, thank you, Georgianne, and I still have my name tag. And I went through the halls and I saw the portrait of my anatomy professor, Dr. Carson Schneck, and he was just wearing the scrubs also. So it brought tears to my eyes, of course, that here's Louis, sort of a formal portrait by his hospital, but wearing scrubs. I wore scrubs all the time, too. Okay, so,
All right,
thank
we're
you.
ready? Yeah, stay where you are. As a student, Louis Capecchi engaged in a range of activities while in medical school. And like him, the student receiving this inaugural award has maintained a solid academic performance while contributing to our school culture. He served as a mentor through the NEST program, helping students navigate the trials and tribulations of medical school, and provided tutoring for high school students through Temple's chapter of RISE. He also served as the student government treasurer and captain of the soccer club, embracing and enjoying the leadership that these roles offered. Once he established his trajectory, he sought opportunities at several institutions to enhance his understanding of the field. As one of his attendings observed, quote, "He's like a sponge, seamlessly translating his understanding of cardiac physiology to cardiac surgery. His knowledge base for this stage of training is outstanding. He will be a great cardiac surgeon," unquote. In June, he will begin his cardiothoracic surgical residency at the University of Iowa Healthcare Medical Center, and I am pleased to present this award to Shivam Agnihotri.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Popoff, Professor and Chair of Biomedical Education and Data Science here at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine. It's my honor to present the John Franklin Huber Award in Anatomy. John Franklin Huber was an eminent anatomist and mentor to many medical students during his tenure here at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine. Among his many seminal contributions to the fields of anatomy and medicine, Dr. Huber, along with Dr. Chevalier Jackson and Charles Norris, were the first to describe the bronchopulmonary segments of the lung. In honor of Dr. Huber, this prize is awarded to a member of the graduating class for their excellence in the field of clinical anatomy. This year, the award goes to a student who is going to Icahn School of Medicine for the first year for internal medicine, and then she will go on to Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Massachusetts to complete her residency in diagnostic radiology. The recipient is Mariah Novi, and unfortunately, Mariah is not able to join us today. And I'm also going to present the next award, which is the Raymond Truex Award in Neuroanatomy. Ray Truex was a faculty member here at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine. During the 1960s and 1970s, he was a world-renowned scholar in brain anatomy. He wrote a textbook of neuroanatomy defining structure-function relationships in the brain, and this book served as a primary resource for over 2 decades. In honor of Dr. Truex, this prize is awarded to a member of the graduating class for their excellence in neuroscience. This year, the award goes to a St. Luke's Regional Campus student who received this award earlier this morning. His name is Matthew Shelley, and he is going to the University of Pennsylvania to complete his residency in neurology.
Good afternoon. My name is Juliana Salamanca. I'm the chair of anesthesia. Over the past year, we have seen a growing number of medical students interested in the field of anesthesiology. And overall, the caliber of the candidates has been very impressive. The Department of Anesthesiology is proud to announce the 2026 Class Kerperman Award to the most promising graduating medical student entering the field of anesthesiology, to Dante Puntillo. Dante truly stood for his dedication, strong clinical skills, and most notably, his genuine compassion for patients. His ability to connect with individuals across a wide range of backgrounds and complex conditions has been remarkable. Dante will be continuing his training in anesthesiology at Cornell. We are incredibly proud for all he has been accomplished during this time with us. We have no doubt he will go on to become an outstanding anesthesiologist. Please join me to congratulate Dante.
All right, welcome everyone. I am Dr. Fain. I am the Clerkship Director for Emergency Medicine. I'm going to present the award to a member of the graduating class who's demonstrated excellence both clinically and academically in emergency medicine. To start with, this student impressed our faculty from the very beginning. He was noted as both a bright student with strong clinical skills and excellent procedural skills. But what really stuck out was his ability to advocate for patients. So often in the emergency department, we are the front line and the first touch point for patients when it comes to care. He was known to advocate for patients with complex health and social situations and contributed to the emergency department every chance he had, even with patients that weren't his own, even when he just saw the need for something as simple as a piece of gauze. And he did that with enthusiasm and kindness. He embodies what it means to be an emergency physician. I have no doubt he has a very bright future ahead of him at Cooper University Hospital in emergency medicine. We wish him all the best, Patrick Hernandez.
Good afternoon. My name is Nina O'Connor. I'm the chair of Family and Community Medicine. We had an excellent year this year with 18 students matching into family medicine and 79 going into a primary care related field, which is really outstanding. We've gotten to know many of you through our clerkship, through advising, through different courses, and we wish you all the very best. We have 3 awards to present this afternoon, and our first 2 will be presented by Dr. Laura Igarabuza.
I like to say the names of the people who got these awards first, so you all know who I'm talking about as I'm singing their praises. But I'd like to ask you to please hold your applause till I'm done raving about them and telling you why they're amazing. Okay, so our first award is the Philadelphia Assembly of Family Physicians Memorial Award. This is awarded to the graduating student who has demonstrated excellence and interest in the specialty of family medicine. And this award this year goes to Ashley Williams. So Ash rotated with us in the beginning of her 4th year, and towards the end of her rotation, I walked into our precepting space, and there were maybe 4 faculty members there having this really passionate and intense conversation, like I thought they were talking about the Eagles or something, but they weren't. They were talking about Ash Williams. And they were raving about how amazing she was, and also brainstorming how we could get her to stay here for residency. And I wish I could say that as her advisor, I stood back and said, hey, you know what, Ash has to do what's best for her. But I didn't. I joined in and tried to figure out how to get her to stay. I've known her since her 1st year. She was co-president of FMIG, the Family Medicine Interest Group, and then she did research with me over the summer. And she's always had a deep commitment to family medicine and community advocacy. She understands how trust and context affect patient care and health outcomes, which to me is really the core of our specialty. So across our department, we all know that she's going to be amazing and make us proud, even if we couldn't convince her to stay. She will be going to the University of Pennsylvania Family Medicine Residency Program right here in Philadelphia. Congratulations, Ash. Our second award is the Dr. Joseph Nathan Grossman Prize in Family Medicine. Established in honor of Joseph Nathan Grossman, this award is given to a 4th-year student who, as exemplified by Dr. Grossman in his professional career, demonstrates a genuine commitment to family practice, high academic standards, and sensitive concern for the human aspect of patient care. And this year, this award goes to Yvette Iweka. Hold applause, I have to tell you why. So I've also known Yvette since her 1st year when she was Ash's co-president of FMIG, the Family Medicine Interest Group, and immediately I knew why she was doing that job. She was made for family medicine. I knew that I could see immediately that she could excel at the science of medicine, the art of medicine, but also that she has deep care and compassion for patients and their contexts. And not only that, but she had this ability to see where systems and system breakdowns affect patient care, which is really uncommon for someone at that level of training. And she was dedicated to finding solutions to those things, and solutions that were careful and compassionate in themselves, but also allowed careful and compassionate care. She continued to do this throughout her career here at Temple, and I know that she will continue to look for those same kinds of solutions when she continues her in residency also at the University of Pennsylvania Family Medicine Residency Program.
So our third award is a very special award to our department. The Edel Family Endowment for Community Service Award was established in honor of Erica Edel, who graduated in the class of 2004. And this award is given to a 4th-year student who demonstrates strong commitment to community service, who also collaborates with other disciplines, organizations, and members of the community to plan that service. This year's recipient really embodies that commitment to the needs of our community and that ability to collaborate and get other input. As a volunteer at Esperanza Health Center, she identified a gap in navigation, and she created tools to help prenatal care patients know what to expect and where to go when they needed to come to the hospital. She organized volunteers for the Dobbins High School Service Learning Program and really moved that forward in a powerful way that continues even now. She volunteered at One Day at a Time and organized programs there, again, getting community voice to decide what was needed. And lastly, I was so impressed by her research projects, which tackle really important community
issues such as infant feeding among women living with HIV and how the COVID pandemic impacted maternal-child health. All of these examples show how this student is going to go on to have a really huge impact on whatever community she chooses to practice in. She's able to assess needs, design solutions, and see them through to completion. This student is going to be pursuing family medicine at the University of Alabama School of Medicine, and we congratulate Alexandra Mabry on winning this very prestigious award.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ziggy Whitman. I'm a cardiac electrophysiologist here, and I represent cardiology today. It's a particular pleasure to be here because I remember being in your situation, and the person standing here was Dr. Deemer. Nice to see you. It's my pleasure to present the Matilda and Louis Soloff Cardiology Prize. The prize was established in honor of Matilda and Louis Soloff. Dr. Soloff was the former chief of cardiology at Temple. He died in 1998. But his tenure at Temple was 68 years. Just think of that. This award is given to the outstanding graduating student who has demonstrated superior knowledge, skill, and interest in the field of cardiology, and in this case, I hope, cardiac EP. Hold your applause to the end, please, but this year's recipient is Dan Marcus Doherty. I see people nodding because he deserves it. He's going to the Cleveland Clinic for medicine, and we hope to have him back for cardiology fellowship or EP fellowship, or maybe even perhaps as chief of cardiology in Dr. Soloff's footsteps. Dan, as my letter of recommendation for him read, is a prototype for best medicine resident you can imagine. It's true. Not only is he an avid Spanish speaker, despite the last name Doherty, and that is a very important skill, by the way, but his research experience, knowledge, and most importantly, ability to learn set him apart. He applies the knowledge that he learns on one day, the next day, and the days after, and that was remarkable. He spent a lot of time, including free time, in cardiac EP, but I also had the chance to work with him on what was a fabulous CCU team, and I needed the help. Dan has the most disarming, give me the ball coach poise, combined with the put me in coach humility that I can recall. He will ask to take the last shot, drain it, and then immediately turn to a teammate and shrug as if to say, that was lucky. Dan, it's not lucky in your case. It wasn't lucky. You know it. I know it. Your potential is endless. You're going to do yourself and your family proud. You already have. Congratulations.
Well, can I say, it was a statistical certainty that you would arrive at this day here. So welcome to you, class of 2026. I have the honor of handing out the first of the Emanuel M. Weinberger MD prizes. So this prize was established in honor of him, class of 1926. and to be awarded to members of the graduating class who have demonstrated excellence in the understanding and application of knowledge related to the subspecialties of internal medicine. And there are 3 recipients to this award. Our first recipient was nominated by the Section of Infectious Disease, one of CATS's finest, in recognition of his outstanding clinical excellence and deeply humanistic approach to the patient care. He consistently obtained thorough and nuanced histories and developed exceptional presentations on even the most of the medically complicated patients that were called on to help. His clinical reasoning was thoughtful and sophisticated, reflected carefully developed differential diagnoses and diagnostic evaluations, but above all, he approached every patient with compassion, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to patient-centered care. So this recipient will be going on to the New York Presbyterian Columbia for his internal medicine residency. And so I wish to say congratulations to soon-to-be Dr. Tim Garton.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have the pleasure of presenting the second of the Internal Medicine Weinberger Awards today. My name is Suzanne Boyle. I'm one of the nephrologists here. And this recipient has shown really an intense curiosity for nephrology since his second year of medical school. He performed excellently on his clinical rotations, and he was very excited to jump into clinical research opportunities. He was the lead researcher on a project that explored clinical reasoning skills in nephrology learners, and he presented his results at the American Society of Nephrology's national meeting in 2025 in Houston, Texas. And in 2024, he was one of the prestigious American Society of Nephrology Kidney Stars. We hope this enthusiasm for the best organ, the kidney, continues to persist through his residency so we can steal him as a nephrologist permanently because we need great minds. And we are very privileged to have this recipient staying with us here at Temple for residency. So it is my great honor to congratulate Dr. Colin Deutsch for this award. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Monaco. I'm a hospitalist and one of the internal medicine clerkship directors. And I'm going to be giving out the next Weinberger Award. And so our third recipient was nominated by the Department of Cardiology for his strong medical knowledge and dedication to patient care. During his cardiac ICU rotation, he cared for some of the sickest and most complex patients in the hospital. Still, he approached cases with thoughtful clinical reasoning, and he took remarkable ownership of these patients, often knowing details of their care better than anybody else on the team, often to the point of getting mistaken for a senior resident. His genuine enthusiasm for medicine and cardiology was evident every day he was in the CCU. He will be going to NYU for internal medicine residency. Congrats, Jack Sheehy. And so next I will be presenting the Thomas Durant MD Prize. It was established in honor of Thomas Durant, who was chair of medicine from 1956 to 66. And this prize is awarded to the member of the graduating class who best exemplifies the ideal physician, one who not only has thorough medical knowledge of biologic disease, but also possesses a sensitive awareness of the patient as a person that is influenced by social and psychological factors. This recipient was nominated by multiple internal medicine departments for her exceptional clinical skills and empathy. She consistently demonstrated outstanding clinical reasoning with thoughtful differentials and detailed care plans, while adapting seamlessly to new changes in patients, essentially functioning as a seasoned intern during her medicine sub-I. She also formed meaningful therapeutic relationships with patients and families by communicating complex medical information with clarity, patience, and compassion. She was a strong advocate for patients, and her dedication to understanding the human side of illness was apparent in every patient interaction. She will be going to Montefiore Medical Center in New York for internal medicine residency, and congratulations, Alekia Madaraju. All right. And the next award we have is the Charles Kravitz Award. And so this was established in honor of Dr. Kravitz, class of 1935. And this award is given to members of the graduating class whose performance in internal medicine incorporated characteristics manifested by Dr. Kravitz. These traits include academic excellence, familiarity with current medical literature, intellectual curiosity, warmth, humility, and genuine commitment to patient care. There are 2 recipients for this award. Our first recipient was nominated for her compassion and scholarly curiosity in multiple domains of internal medicine. On her medicine sub-I, she demonstrated sharp clinical instincts and a commitment to learning, frequently researching clinical questions and implementing what she found into patient care. She was a strong advocate for her patients, often asking and thinking through what else can we do to help. Beyond her clinical work, she conducted heart failure research, and she served as a near-peer mentor and instructor for a new internal medicine clerkship shelf review course. She will be heading down Broad Street to Jefferson for internal medicine residency. Congrats, Shreya Dubam. Great. And then our next Kravitz recipient was nominated for his consistently strong performance in internal medicine over the last 2 years. He impressed the team during his 3rd year medicine clerkship with astute plans for multiple complex patients. During his sub-I, he could quickly distill very thick charts of complicated patients into a succinct and relevant presentation in under an hour. On elective rotations, he was able to approach complex, nuanced subspecialty problems at a level far beyond what was expected for a med student. In addition, his patients always had a deep trust of him and his care. There was one patient during his sub-I that was very sick and had been in the hospital for a very long time who really trusted this student to be the person that he went to for guidance and comfort when thinking about medical decisions or before going for a procedure. And we are incredibly lucky to have this student stay here at Temple for internal medicine. Congrats, Tanner Barone.
Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. Congratulations. I'm Paul Katz. I'm the chair of neurology here at Temple, and I'm here to present the Matthew T. Moore Prize in Neurology. This award was established in honor of Dr. Moore, class of 1929, and former chairman of the Department of Neurology. And this is awarded to a member of the graduating class for excellent performance in neurology and for displaying in high measure the qualities of regard for patients, personal integrity, and conscientiousness. This year's award goes to an individual who clearly exemplifies the intent of the award. His work as a volunteer at Puentes de Salud, a clinic for migrants in South Philadelphia, is an example of his high regard for patients, giving the comfort and security to those unfortunate individuals necessary to understand and deal with their medical issues. Likewise, his leadership in the Latino Medical Student Association not only provides mentorship and community, it helps students build clinical skills and provides coaching that helps students to excel during their clerkships. He has been influential in welcoming all of our students to the larger neurology community, including the Philadelphia Neurologic Society and the Amon's Horn Symposium. We are pleased and proud to present the Matthew T. Moore Prize in Neurology to Santiago Appiani La Rosa. Santiago will be doing his residency at my alma mater, Montefiore Einstein Medical Center in New York.
Good afternoon. I am Mercedes Jacobson from the Department of Neurology, and among many of my hats, I am the Neurology Clerkship Director and part of Marks College. So I often get to see the medical students over a number of years, and it's my honor to present the 2 awards from the American Academy of Neurology for excellence in adult neurology, as well as an award for excellence in pediatric neurology. Following the methodology of others, I'd like to tell you in advance about Dr. Larissa Eibert. She will be the 2026 recipient for the American Academy of Award for Excellence in Adult Neurology. She is a 2021 summa cum laude graduate of Case Western Reserve University, and she truly embodies our vision of excellence in neurology on so many levels and at the same time. I think that LKSOM, or Temple Neurology, really has a vision and a group of clinicians with a love of learning, of deciphering puzzles, and of teaching this often mysterious discipline to others. To this end, Larissa has done so much work. She has been an essential part of Neurology Owls, helping her peers master the nuances of neurology. She's been a force in the ALS research program, presenting her work at national meetings. She's a steady presence at the Philadelphia Neurological Society, welcoming her peers into the neurology community. And as Dr. Katz will tell you, the kind of community and environment helped us match so many members of the class of 2026 in adult and pediatric neurology. Larissa will be a neurology resident at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania. It is my honor to tell you why Michael Lazaropoulos is the 2026 recipient of the American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence in Pediatric Neurology. He is a 2016 summa cum laude graduate of Rutgers with a BS in cell biology and neuroscience. He is an MD PhD candidate who defended his thesis, The Role of Acetyl-CoA Metabolism in Epigenic Regulation of Bioblast Differential, in 2024, and was the first PhD recipient from the newly founded Aging and Cardiovascular Discovery Center at Temple. In addition, he has been an essential part of Dr. David Lynch's lab on Friedreich's ataxia at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And when I talked to Dr. Lynch was so effusive and just remarked on what an incredibly extraordinary clinician he is. I had the honor to work with Michael during his EEG elective, and he is truly a pediatric neurologist. When he talks about a person with severe epilepsy or a rare disease, you can really see that child or that person, that vision of that person beyond just their illness. We're so excited that Michael is heading to the University of Texas Southwestern for pediatric neurology.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denise Branch, and I am one of the associate professors for the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and I'm also the medical director for the New Women's Hospital. And it is my pleasure today to present this year's departmental awards. First, without shame, I would like to acknowledge what an exceptional year it has been for our OBGYN applicants. We had an incredibly strong an impressive group of applicants. We had over 10 applicants who successfully matched in obstetrics and gynecology this year, which is a tremendous accomplishment for them all. As a department, I want to recognize and congratulate all of our applicants and let them know that their hard work, dedication, and success has been unmatched. We are incredibly proud of all of you, and we look forward to supporting you and watching your careers continue to unfold. Our first award this year is the Scholars Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. This award is awarded to a member of the graduating class for outstanding aptitude in obstetrics and gynecology and for overall excellence in academic performance. This year's recipient truly exemplifies all of those things. When it comes to academic excellence, leadership, and commitment to women's health, she is also unmatched. She earned honors in all of her clinical rotations and scored in the 99th percentile on her USMLE Step 2 examination. She simultaneously completed a master's degree in health justice and bioethics, all while also completing her MD degree. She matched at one of the top OBGYN residency programs in the country, and she will begin her residency training at the Cleveland Clinic this July. It is my honor to present this year's Scholar Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology to Elise Gadra. Our second award is the J. Robert Williamson Research Award. So this award is awarded in memory of J. Robert Wilson, professor and chair of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology from 1947 to 1963. The recipient of this award exemplifies outstanding critical and analytical thinking, a strong interest in research, and great promise to pursuing a career in the reproductive sciences. This year's recipient has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to research, medical education, and health equity throughout medical school. She conducted a longitudinal research study spanning more than 3.5 years, examining fibroid presence in a cohort of more than 2,000 patients within the Hispanic community of North Philadelphia. Her work included extensive literature review, data collection, and scholarly efforts aimed at advancing representation and equity in the Latina health research. She also authorized and presented her findings at the 2024 National Latino Medical Student Association Northeast Regional Conference. In addition to her research accomplishments, she served as a student facilitator for the Family Planning and Public Policy elective. She presented educational research at the 2025 National Latino Medical Student Association Poser Symposium and was notably selected to lead a roundtable workshop at the 2026 National APCO Faculty Development Seminar. There, she did an outstanding job of teaching faculty attendees, including myself, on how to design and implement similar educational electives at their institutions. We are incredibly proud of her accomplishments, and we are excited that she will be returning home to Pittsburgh after matching at her top choice residency program in obstetrics and gynecology at West Penn Hospital. It is my great honor to present this award to Bliss Uribe.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Milo Sewards, the chair of the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. I see myself as the steward of a department that was not started by, but certainly put on the map by Dr. John Lockman, who was a class of 1943 for the medical school, and then 1950 for the residency program. Was the chair of our department from 1965 to 1986. Has his name on the auditorium above us, and also has his name on one of the most widely recognized tests for the anterior cruciate ligament, which we talked about the Eagles a little bit earlier, so I think there's a few people familiar with that. This happens to be the 50th anniversary of his description of that test. His award is noted to be for the student who demonstrated an outstanding aptitude, performance, enthusiasm, and concern for patients in orthopedic surgery. As orthopedic surgeons, we enjoy a certain reputation for our knowledge in medical school versus after medical school, I think. And so the highest praise that I can give, the highest praise I can give to this recipient is that he was such an excellent physician to our patients. He has had presentations nationally at the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, and he will be remaining here at Temple with us for his residency. It is my pleasure to give this award to Taylor Walters.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is Cecilia Schmalbach. I'm the chair of the Department of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery, and this afternoon I have the privilege of giving out the Bernard J. Ronis and Max L. Ronis Prize in Otolaryngology. This award was established in honor of Bernard Ronis, who was actually a class of 1934 and at the time was chief of otolaryngology here at Temple after that, as well as his son Max Ronis, class of 1956, and also former chair of the department. It's given to a member of the graduating class who demonstrated commendable aptitude and interest in otolaryngology. This year's recipient was described by our faculty as calm, diligent, the consummate professional who functioned at the level of an intern during his sub-I rotation. He's had a truly remarkable career here in medical school to include 5 oral and 4 poster presentations at the national level. Despite having a rigorous academic and obviously research portfolio, he still found time to serve on the LKSOM admissions committee. He volunteered at the Thrive Clinic and also volunteered at a local elementary school. I speak on behalf of the entire department when I share that we are elated that he's going to stay at Temple for the next 5 years to train with us. It's my distinct pleasure to present the Ronis Prize in Otolaryngology to Nicholas Egan. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Alona Duffy. I am the Pediatric Clerkship Director, and I am honored to present the Angelo DeGeorge Prize for Excellence in Pediatrics Award. Dr. Angelo DeGeorge, a native of Philadelphia, was a pioneering pediatric endocrinologist, best known for identifying the syndrome that now bears his name, DeGeorge syndrome. It was a landmark contribution to clinical genetics and immunology. He spent much of his distinguished career at Temple University, where he was deeply committed to clinical teaching, research, and the care of children with complex medical needs. This award honors his enduring legacy in advancing pediatric medicine and inspiring future generations of clinicians. The student was selected for this award in recognition of his own exceptional performance across all areas of the pediatric clerkship, demonstrating strong clinical reasoning, professionalism, and a unique ability to connect with pediatric patients and their families. He had a down-to-earth nature that was inspiring to watch. He went above and beyond for his patients and embodied a strong commitment to teaching in all clinical settings, as well as with his colleagues. He was praised for his ability to look at the big picture and his humanistic approach to patient care. He will be continuing his medical career in pediatrics at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, who is very lucky to have him. Please congratulate Colin Jones. Colin is unable to be here, sorry for the psycho. He is attending his significant other's graduation, so another round of applause for him. All right, I am also honored to present the Waldo E. Nelson Prize in Pediatrics. Dr. Waldo E. Nelson was a renowned pediatrician whose influential textbook, the Nelson Textbook of Pediatrics, became a cornerstone of pediatric medical education worldwide. A dedicated clinician, teacher, and researcher who chaired the Department of Pediatrics at Temple University for 24 years until 1964, he shaped the practice of pediatrics through decades of scholarship and mentorship. The student selected for this award is a graduate from the University of Pittsburgh with a major in rehabilitation science. She is a passionate student clinician who demonstrated a thoughtful and empathetic approach to patient care, teamwork, and pediatric medicine. It was a pleasure to watch her connect with children and families, advocating and addressing complex psychosocial needs, calming anxious patients, and treating the whole child, not just the disease. Her patients were drawn to her approachable demeanor and compassionate approach to patient care, and I expect this will continue as she continues her medical career in pediatric medicine at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Please congratulate Barry Zwieben.
I'm John Elrod, the W.W. Smith Chair in Cardiovascular Medicine and Director of ACDC. It's my distinct honor to present the Mary P. Wiedemann Award. Dr. Wiedemann was a longtime faculty member here at the School of Medicine. Her research on the physiology of the microcirculation was at the forefront of really biomedical science. She was best known for investigating microcirculation using the brown bat's wing, and this resulted in her colleagues affectionately referring to her as Batwoman. Dr. Wiedemann's foundational publications on vascular structure function really contributed significantly to our textbook understanding of vascular physiology. She really was a trailblazer. The Wiedemann Award is given annually by the Department of Cardiovascular Sciences to a student with high achievement in the physiological sciences. This year, the award goes to a student who completed her PhD in biomedical sciences under the mentorship of Dr. Conchi Esteras, sitting right here in the audience. Her thesis work defined how transcriptional and epigenetic programs control early developmental decisions with a focus on lineage specification and cardiogenesis. This work resulted in multiple first author publications, including in Cell Reports, as well as IMBO Reports, very prestigious journals, and established new mechanistic links between developmental signaling and cardiac lineage commitment. And for those of you that are non-scientists, that's how a cell becomes a cardiomyocyte. She was the recipient of several competitive awards, including an NIH F31 predoctoral fellowship. She's currently a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Pennsylvania in the lab of Dr. Dan Kelly in the CBRI, where she's investigating how genetic variation contributes to congenital heart disease and cardiomyopathy. I'll also note on a personal level here that she was actually central and essential to creating an unbelievable training environment on the floor in ACDC, and she is really missed. This year's recipient of the Mary Wiedemann Award is Dr. Liz Abraham.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be here. I'm Sean Plotnick. I'm one of the psychiatrists that works mostly over at Episcopal, but sometimes over here. We are presenting two awards to two folks that I've been very lucky to advise over the last year, and both of them were just wonderful to work with. In addition to becoming great psychiatrists, they will become just great people. Great physicians all around. The first award recipient is Shreya Kumar for the Spurgeon English MD Award. Established in honor of Dr. Spurgeon English, Chair of Psychiatry at Temple from 1938 to 1964, this award recognizes excellence in behavioral science, behavioral medicine, and clinical psychiatry across 4 years of medical school. Recipients are selected for outstanding clinical, academic, and interpersonal skills. Faculty describe Shreya as thoughtful, compassionate, intellectually curious, and deeply committed to her patients. Her work with the Thrive Clinic as a resource coordinator and patient advocate, leadership of Rise Philadelphia's Temple chapter, coordination of leukodystrophy research trials, and volunteer service with the Crisis Center North Hotline all reflect a remarkable dedication to humanitarian service and advocacy for children and individuals with disabilities. She will be continuing her training at CPMC Sutter in California. Congratulations. The second award recipient is Vikram Singh for the John Fryer MD Memorial Endowed Prize. Established in honor of Dr. John Fryer, a Temple faculty member, a psychiatrist, and a pioneering gay rights advocate, this award recognizes a student who demonstrates a genuine commitment to psychiatry and behavioral health, along with deep sensitivity to the human aspects of patient care. Dr. Fryer is remembered for his courageous anonymous address to the American Psychiatric Association in 1972, advocating for the removal of homosexuality as a diagnosis from the DSM. Faculty described Vic as an exceptionally collaborative team member, an excellent teacher, and an all-around professional. His work with Rise Philadelphia, Active Minds, and involvement in genetics research reflects a strong commitment to advancing our understanding of the human dimensions of psychiatric illness. Congratulations, Vic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sunil Kaharkar. I'm the Surgery Clerkship Director. And on behalf of the entire Department of Surgery and 45 faculty members, it's my honor this afternoon to present 3 awards. The first award is the Herman Brown MD Award for Excellence in the Study of Art and Science of Surgery. And it's presented to a graduating medical student who has demonstrated excellence in patient care and surgical research. Unanimously, the faculty found that this year's recipient is a truly outstanding member of the graduating class. A graduate of Wake Forest University, he brought to Temple fantastic combination of intellectual curiosity, creativity, clinical maturity, and overall just genuine kindness. He's excelled in patient care, contributed so much to surgical research, I don't know where to start. He's helped advance student scholarship, and he's the founder and editor-in-chief of the Katz Journal of Medicine. He is also an artist, which makes his next step to training so fitting. He will begin residency training in plastic surgery, where anatomy, precision, judgment, and artistry all come together. In other words, he has found the one surgical field where sketching beautifully may actually count as preparation. And although my appearance may suggest a remarkably low likelihood of ever needing plastic surgery, should that day come, I know exactly whom I will call. Please join me in honoring Samuel Robinson for this well-deserved award. The next award is the Susan Probst, MD, and the Robert Probst DDS Prize, awarded to a graduating senior entering surgery who demonstrates genuine commitment to the field and compassionate clinical care. This year's recipient, again, embodies the very best of Temple. He completed his undergraduate education at Temple as a remarkable triple major in math, computer science, and neuroscience, while also navigating profound family responsibilities. While carrying a demanding academic load, he taught himself organic chemistry, math, and complex data structure while sitting at his father's bedside. At LKSOM, he brought those same qualities to the care of surgical patients. Every single one of his letter writers went out of their way to make sure that in their letters, they showed that he has tremendous empathy, so much self-directed learning, and a deep commitment to the team. He earned patients' trust, strengthened continuity during transitions, and already functions as a mature and excellent resident. He is going to begin his surgery residency here at Temple, and he truly represents Temple's past, present, and future. He's not here today, but please join me in congratulating Syed Wasim, who is the Susan and Robert Probst MD Prize. Our third prize is going to a recipient from St. Luke's campus, and he has received the award earlier today. The W. Emory Burnett MD Prize in Surgery is established in honor of Dr. Burnett, Chair of Surgery at Temple from 1944 to 1963. And it's awarded by the surgical faculty to a graduating student considered to have done outstanding work in surgery. This year's recipient, Ryan Lee, distinguished himself through exceptional clinical performance, tremendous professionalism, and genuine enthusiasm for surgical care. At St. Luke's, Ryan brought the best kind of energy to the surgical team: dependability, thoughtfulness, and always willing to help without ever needing to be the center of attention. He gave strong presentations, was attentive and knowledgeable, and no amount of superlatives will do justice to how he did. He's going to go on to Cornell to begin his surgery residency, and all of us in surgery are so very proud to recognize his outstanding work with this award.
Good afternoon. My name is Jay Simhan. I'm the department chair for urology. I'd like to congratulate all the award recipients today. We're here to present the A. Richard Kendall Award in Urology. Dr. Kendall was a graduate of the class of 1956 here at Temple, and for decades really embodied all Temple urology has become today. A lot of us really stand on the shoulders of those that have helped us along the way, and Dr. Kendall certainly has meant that for many of us that have come through Temple Urology. I really want to congratulate our recipient, and I want to hand that off to Dr. Douglas, who's our Med Student Clerkship Director, to do that. Just before I do that, to put things in perspective, there are roughly 200 medical schools in the country, and there are roughly 400 spots for urology residency training in the country today. For, I think, the first time, Temple had 9 students this year that went into urology, which is a very competitive match. And I give a lot of that credit to Dr. Douglas and her mentorship of our students. So I want to have Dr. Douglas really talk about this year's award recipient, who's extremely deserving of the recognition. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. I'm Laura Douglas. I'm the Urology Clerkship Director, and I am honored to present Michael Lesgart with the Richard Kendall Award in Urology. Michael is an exceptional student who stands out for his genuine passion and dedication to urology. He's thoughtful, humble, and a team player. From the start of his urology career exploration elective, it was clear it was the right path for him. I still remember the email he sent me after the rotation, sharing how excited he was to pursue urology and his master plan to achieve that goal. Part of that plan included completing a research fellowship at the Fox Chase Temple Urologic Institute, where he was incredibly productive, contributing to over 50 publications and presentations. He impressed the research team with his work ethic, attention to detail, and reliability. His CV and his 23 urology residency interview invitations speak for themselves. We are honored and beyond excited that Michael matched into urology with us, despite interviewing at 22 other programs, and will be staying at the Fox Chase Temple Urologic Institute for residency. It has been such a pleasure watching his journey, and we have no doubt that he will continue to do great things with us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Toohey. I'm an assistant professor of bioethics in the Center for Health Justice and Bioethics, and I'm really excited to present our Community Engagement Award. So this student is truly a truly exceptional recipient of this award. Her work reflects the very best of what community engagement should be: sustained, reciprocal, humble, and oriented toward lasting change. As co-president of the AADMD student chapter, she helped build meaningful partnerships with disability self-advocates and community organizations, including the ARC of Philadelphia, creating opportunities for medical students to learn directly with and from people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. She has also extended this work nationally through an interdisciplinary AADMD Grand Round series, bringing together clinicians, researchers, patients, and advocates. What distinguishes this student is not only the quality of her work, which is really high, but the spirit behind it. She really walks the walk. She's not motivated by recognition. She shows up because the work matters. And across her advocacy, scholarship, policy work, and service, she has consistently transformed ethical commitment into concrete action. She's also one of those students, like when I'm writing letters of recommendation, and you say, like, this is one of the best students, like, this really is one of the best students. So, and so she will be entering ENT, which I confirmed is synonymous with a word that I'm gonna I asked AI, otolaryngology at the greatest university in the world besides Temple University, the University of Chicago, where people wear shirts like "Where Fun Comes to Die," and that might work in practice, but how does it work in theory? And I say this with the smallest amount of personal bias. So it's my honor to present the Community Engagement Award to Megan Noonan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Whitney Cavey. I am an emergency physician and associate professor in the Center for Health Justice and Bioethics, along with Brian. And I'm here to present our other award, the Health Justice Scholar Award, to Greg Cabell. It's Greg's project, Emergency Medicine Residents' Perspectives on the Psychological and Professional Impacts of Training at an Urban Level 1 Trauma Center, is both a mouthful and a qualitative study on the emotional experience of emergency medicine residency. In his study, he explored psychological experiences that we sometimes prefer not to discuss in our field, like secondary traumatic stress and compassion fatigue. But he tackled those questions and conversations with a cohort of prior residents in this institution with aplomb, with dedication, and a lot of energy, which is pretty unusual for someone to be able to conceptualize and complete a qualitative research study almost entirely by themselves in the time that they're also completing a master's degree, an MD, and all the other requirements of medical school. And if you've seen the pit or spent any time with us across the street in the emergency department, you would understand why this kind of research on our emotional health is so important. All of our master's degree candidates have committed significant time and energy outside of medical education to become bioethicists and to become part of the next generation of change agents and advocates for health equity and justice. All of them complete a thesis. Our Scholar Award acknowledges students like Greg who go above and beyond the norm. I would estimate he probably spent over 500 hours on this project, and in addition to providing generalizable findings important to our field and to graduate medical education, it provides actionable feedback for the Temple EM residency, so there's gonna be some direct impact from his work. And although he found all these things and talked to folks, he's still willing to stay. He matched here, we're very excited to have him. He's become a really good qualitative researcher in the process, which is a hard thing to do in general, as I said, but I think truly admirable accomplishment for someone who came from a background in biomedical engineering. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Cabell for his hard work and important contribution to our field.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Troyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm a federal prosecutor. Hold your applause. And along with Dr. Judith Litvin, we're presenting the J. Robert Troyer Award for Excellence in Basic Sciences. My dad, Bob Troyer, taught almost every first-year medical student here from 1954 to 1993, and he was chairman of the anatomy department when he retired. He was especially well known for his in-class demonstrations, which usually involved balloons simulating lungs, concave trash can lids simulating eyeballs, and squeezing his 6'1", 270-pound frame into large plastic bags in embryology class. So with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Litvin.
I'm Judith Litvin. I'm one of the assistant deans for the first 2 years of medical school. Now, this award recognizes the member of the graduating class who has achieved the highest academic performance during the Phase 1 curriculum, that's the first 2 years of medical school, reflecting not only scholarly excellence, but also the discipline, curiosity, and dedication that is foundational to the practice of medicine. It is my distinct honor to present this year's award to Aaron Srinivasan An exceptional student whose outstanding academic achievements have been matched by the professionalism, character, and compassion that define an excellent physician. We are especially proud that Aaron will remain here at Temple to continue his training in ophthalmology, where I have no doubt he will continue to excel and make us proud.
Good afternoon. My name is Hannah Raverby, and I'm an Assistant Dean in the Office of Student Support, and I'm thrilled to be presenting the Charles Schnall Alumni Award for Clinical Excellence. Established in honor of Dr. Charles Schnall, class of 1939, this prize is awarded to a member of the graduating class for the most outstanding performance in the clinical years. Temple students are all known for their clinical excellence, grit, compassion, and unwavering commitment to patient-centered care. This year's recipient continues that legacy. Across every rotation, she demonstrated exceptional clinical judgment, rigorous intellectual curiosity, and a remarkable capacity for compassionate care. She forges meaningful connections with patients, communicates with precision and empathy, and serves as a steadfast advocate, especially in the most complex and challenging circumstances. A deeply committed advocate for social justice, she will also earn a Master's of Arts in Health Justice and Bioethics. Her thesis examines the role of community-based doulas in confronting bias and advancing equity in healthcare. A member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society, she's headed to Cleveland Clinic for a residency in obstetrics and gynecology. Congratulations, Elise Gadra.
Hello, I'm Janet Lee. I'm the Assistant Dean for Clinical Research and a proud Temple alum. So, woohoo, congratulations to everybody. So I'm here to present the Mary DeLeo Prize. The Mary DeLeo Award acknowledges a student who has been successful in publishing cancer research. This year's recipient, whose article, Lost to Follow-Up, Social Determinants and Patient Perceptions in Lung Cancer Screening Adherence, housed in the National Institutes of Health Library of Medicine, has been extraordinary in demonstrating his research acumen. Early in his career, he has authored multiple peer-reviewed publications and has presented at national and international conferences. He's a fellow data nerd like myself, and his meticulous attention to detail, proficiency in advanced statistical analysis, and ability to identify critical gaps in medical knowledge, particularly in lung transplantation, cardiac surgery, and health disparities research, have contributed to his significant success. Additionally, he's been exceptionally generous with his time in mentoring other students' interest in how to effectively integrate research into their academic pursuits. In June, he will be going to my also alma mater, an integrated thoracic surgery residency at Montefiore Medical Center, Einstein in New York City. Congratulations, Masashi Azuma. Excellent.
All right. I'm here to present the Bridging the Gap Scholar Award, recognized for completing the citywide community health program that provides interdisciplinary training for students in health professions who are interested in learning more about social determinants of health. To be a scholar, students must complete 3 components: a 7-week summer community health internship, participation in a seminar series, and completion of the Bridging the Gap's designated clinical community health rotation. This is a unique award because a student has to complete specific requirements to receive it. This year's recipient is the embodiment of what Bridging the Gaps is all about. She completed her summer internship at the To Our Children Future with Health and her clinical rotation at the HMS School for Children with Cerebral Palsy. Two themes that merge within this student are her vast repertoires of compassion and pragmatism that blend into her outstanding advocacy. With graciousness and determination, there is no doubt this student will ensure that her patients have what they need and that the systems around her are as humane as possible. She has served with Temple Street Outreach, developed workshops on addressing gun violence, served as an assistant for another student with visual impairment, was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society, and is preparing for her first marathon. In June, she will enter an anesthesia residency program at University of Virginia. It is with great pleasure I present this award to Frances Bressweber.
So I'm Dr. Kimberly Ford, the Assistant Dean for Career Advising, and it's my pleasure to present the Susan and Elliot Menkowitz, MD, Class of 1967 Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize a fourth-year medical student who is a member of the Alpha Omega Honor Society and demonstrates exemplary service, leadership, and research in the academic and local communities. So before I start the description of the many accomplishments of this student, I just wanted to say how kind, giving, and understated he is while being amazingly accomplished in his short time here at LKSOM. In service of the community, this recipient organized street outreach walks in North Philadelphia to serve community members experiencing homelessness. Identifying a lack of necessary resources, he established partnerships with local and national organizations and raised over $50,000 in funding and donations. His work was so successful that he was invited by the Street Medicine Institute to lead a national discussion on funding strategies for peer programs. His advocacy for street medicine has not only focused on securing funding and supplies, but he has also committed much time to providing medical care to community members in need. As a street medicine student coalition liaison for Bridge Beyond, he collaborated with students from other medical schools to conduct multidisciplinary street medicine rounds. To further this organization's efforts and advocate for resources for street medicine, he met with the Pennsylvania Secretary of the Department of Human Services to champion feasible solutions and interventions. To his credit, he's also a keen researcher. You've heard a little bit about this today. Building upon a qualitative research methods background that he acquired when working at a local Department of Health, he has conducted research here at LKSOM in nephrology and in endocrinology. He's been extremely productive, resulting in presentations at several national conferences. So the inductee for this year for both AOA and Gold Humanism, and the recipient of this award is going to be joining us here at Temple for his internship and residency in internal medicine. This year's most deserving recipient of this prestigious award is Colin Deutsch.
Good afternoon and congratulations, graduates. I'm Denise Salerno, the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, and I'm honored to present the Rama Paredes Luck Memorial Award. Established to honor a pediatric emergency room faculty member who was a skilled clinician, researcher, and educator, but her true passion was medical mission work and providing care to those most in need. This award honors a graduating student who has exemplified humanitarianism in medicine. This award winner has demonstrated a strong commitment to mentorship, peer support, and like Dr. Paredes Luck, to global health and expanding access to care in underserved and remote regions. Her impact here at Lewis Katz School of Medicine has been far-reaching. She was a tutor for the post-bac program, and even after the tutoring, she maintained long-term mentorships with those students throughout their time at Katz. She was also an OWL for her doctorate in college, where she organized events aiming at fostering community and promoting wellness among her colleagues. She was the community service chair of the first-generation low-income student group, where she cultivated a welcoming environment where students could come together to build community and mutual support. In addition, she regularly volunteered with Temple Street Outreach, assembling and distributing care packages to unhoused individuals in Philadelphia. She also served as the Lewis Katz chapter president of Habitat for Humanity. She revitalized the connection between the chapter here and the Philadelphia office, creating new opportunities for students to participate in Habitat for Humanity initiatives serving the North Philadelphia community. Prior to medical school, she served as a community health volunteer with the Peace Corps in Vanuatu. I didn't know where that was, I had to look it up. It's a small island in the South Pacific. While in medical school, she also worked as a volunteer with the Kenyan NGO Safari Doctors. These experiences reinforced her passion for global medicine, in addition to giving her hands-on experience delivering care to those under-resourced settings and areas. She will be doing her family medicine residency at Ventura County Medical Center in California. Please join me in congratulating Helena Herban.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ana Gamero. I am an associate professor in the Department of Medical Genetics and Molecular Biochemistry, and soon to be renamed Department of Translational Research as of July 1st. So I'm very excited about that. It is an honor to award this next award, the Manpreet Chauhan class of MD class of 2013. And this award is given to a medical student who demonstrates a genuine commitment to exemplary leadership in community service. I know that I have less than 2 minutes to mention what makes this recipient an outstanding candidate, but I'm gonna just say that this is a student who I have met since her first year in medical school. She holds a special place in my heart, and she has advanced community health in Philadelphia through education, advocacy, and hands-on community service. She served as community chair for the Latino Medical Student Association. She organized impactful, sustained research outreach efforts, including a food drive, pharmacy drive for Puentes de Salud. She also developed a patient education app with accessible multilingual resources on lung cancer screening, diagnosis, and treatment, and also co-led the annual Lung Cancer Awareness Month initiative of Temple Health, which has now expanded to Jeans Hospital and Fox Chase Cancer Center in collaboration with national partners. And through her Longevity Research Award, she led the creation of a culturally tailored videos to improve cancer literacy. And she will continue her journey in pediatrics residency at the University of North Carolina. So please let us congratulate Michelle Gomez Guevara.
We're lucky enough to have two winners this year for the Chohan Award. And I'd like to present the second award to another person who's done amazing work, demonstrating a sustained commitment to leadership, advocacy, and the advancement of diversity, equity, and inclusiveness in medicine. She's worked as an organizer of mentorship programs, community service, and peer advocacy before and during medical school. Through her leadership with the Student National Medical Association, the National Internal Medicine Special Interest Group, and the Student Diversity Council, she showed passion and energy to engage with the LKSOM and North Philadelphia communities. As a student ambassador with our admissions committee, she engaged directly with prospective students from marginalized backgrounds, offering guidance and insight to prospective students, and contributed to our recruitment efforts. As she transitions to her internal medicine residency program here at Temple, I have no doubt that she'll continue to get into good trouble as a member of all the communities that she's a part of. This year's second winner is Omolara Omasimba. Okay, all right.
Good afternoon. I am Diane Butera, social worker in the Office of Student Support, and I'm here to present the Emily Reeves Award for Service. Established in honor of Emily Reeves, class of 2015, this award is presented to students who demonstrate strong leadership, are hardworking, compassionate, have a generous sense of humor, and who are the glue of friendship circles and work colleagues. Emily graduated, as I said, in 2015, and 11 years ago in the same spot, I had the privilege of presenting her with one of our service awards. Her projects, programs, and activities were labors of love, demonstrations of her hard work, fun-loving, and spicy nature, along with her massive generosity. Her absence was felt when she departed for her residency in pediatrics at University of Maryland, and it was a huge heartbreak to learn that in 2021, she had passed away from ovarian cancer. Her parents and friends have established this award in her honor. This year, we have two recipients, kind of a package deal, and I hope they will appreciate this legacy that they carry with them as they accept it. And I'll name them in alphabetical order. The first recipient may not be as demonstratively feisty as Emily, but he shares her solid work ethic. As a lead path, he was unwavering in his commitment to developing his teaching and tutoring skills, helping students with whom he worked, and most importantly, really upholding the integrity of the program. He was also, I learned this, co-president of the CATS American Medical Association, a delegate to the PA Medical Society, advocating for a range of healthcare reforms, very cool. He also conducted research on the use and attitude toward ChatGPT as a learning tool for third and fourth year students. His ability to balance academics, extracurricular activities, and having fun, I think he had a lot of fun, and he worked hard. I should also mention he won the Temple Spirit Superlative Award, and we are very lucky. I think by now you know who you are, so get up and come on down, Tanner Barone. You are a Temple lifer. You've even got a red tie to prove it. Oh, you're so welcome. And it's so deserving. And I know Dr. Griffin absolutely agrees. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. And unfortunately, as I said, it was a package deal. She does share Emily's feisty nature. Her fierce determination and huge capacity to care made her mother-like before she was even a mother. She also served as a lead PAF. She embraced this role with every fiber of her being. There are many things I could say about her, but let's just say she took on her 2 Ts with vim and vigor that was unmatched. Look out, academic medicine. This student is going to shake things up in a very good way. She's unable to join us today because she just gave birth to her daughter, Sophia, and she's headed to Jefferson for a residency in neurology. Congratulations to the inimitable Hannah Edelman. Thank you. Come on up.
Hello again. So I am here to present the Jerry Zaslow Memorial Award, established in the memory of Dr. Zaslow of the class of 1940. This award is given to a student who has demonstrated high academic achievement, as well as well-rounded activity within the university and within the community. So I am very honored, very proud, and privileged to have worked with this student directly. He's been an exceptional student since the start of medical school, and his commitment to CATS and our North Philly community is truly outstanding. As a member of the LMSA Temple Chapter Executive Board, he championed mentorship, service, professional development, while organizing health fairs, food drives, community outreach events. And this is on top of doing well academically. So this is just sort of like one of his side projects that he did during his 4 years in medical school. His work at the Thrive Clinic and as a social determinants of health screener at Esperanza Health Center reflects his dedication to improving access to care. And as president of the Student Diversity Council, you know who you are, he brought communities together. And thanks to him, he organized the annual North Philly Flex. Who cannot forget that? Every time at the end of the year, we come here to shop for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this event is an important event for our community because it highlights Black and Hispanic-owned businesses. So in recognition of his impact, he was appointed by the dean as the LKSOM Student Diversity Representative. And I want to also highlight that he has so many other attributes you heard before or saw him standing up before, that he is a member of AOA, Golden Humanism, Honor Society. And I'm very proud to name him Dante Puntiel, who is going to Cornell for anesthesiology.
I have the privilege of presenting the 2026 School of Medicine Service Award, which is given to members of the graduating class who, through leadership and service, have made outstanding contributions to the life of the medical school and the students within. This year's recipient has long been involved in student and community support in a variety of roles. First, in working as the head tutor for our post-baccalaureate program here at CATS. She was responsible for oversight and management of a team of peer tutors to provide instruction to those post-bac students, and honed her skills in mentorship, understanding of curricular elements, and in communication. Additionally, as she entered medical school in 2022, she immediately became involved in student government work. And as the current elect or outgoing president of the SGA, I've been really, really blessed to be able to see her growth as a person and as a leader. She started her tenure with a very clear vision and well-defined priorities for her tenure, and she was able to execute on so many different levels. She worked tirelessly in advocating for her fellow students here at CATS, and I have no doubt in my mind that she'll continue to advocate for her patients in the clinical care setting with the same diligence. Brooke Stanicki has matched in emergency medicine at the Vanderbilt University Medical Center.
I am honored now to present the Leslie Squires Compassion in Medicine Award. Established by Dr. Frederick Squires, class of 1991, in honor of his father, Dr. Leslie Squires, this award is presented annually to a graduating student who demonstrates exceptional compassion in the care of patients. This year's recipient brings unwavering dedication, not only to her patients, but also to the broader communities and systems that shape their health. During clinical rotations, she led by example, approaching medicine with empathy, humility, and a deep respect for the lived experiences of others. As a dedicated leader within the Student National Medical Association, she has uplifted and mentored her peers while creating spaces for connection, guidance, and opportunity. In her role as a wellness liaison, she has been a steady source of support and advocacy, fostering community and prioritizing the well-being of those around her. Her compassion extends beyond the walls of Temple to the patients and the communities that she serves. Through her dual degree in health justice and bioethics, she has worked to address structural barriers to health. A member of both the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society, we cannot wait to see what she does next as she heads across the river to begin her residency in family medicine at the University of Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Avec Oweka.
We only have 20 more awards to go. So just get comfortable in your chairs. All right, the next award is the Mary Daly Award. The Mary Daly Award was established by her husband, the late John Daly, a surgeon and dean of our medical school from 2002 to 2011, and again from 2019 to 2021. Mrs. Daly passed away in 2011, and her funeral was standing room only, with people spilling out of the entrances of a substantially sized church, a testament to the love and respect she garnered. Though leaning toward quiet and reserved, for which she was, Mrs. Daly, a nurse and mother of 6, carried an unwavering commitment to compassionate inpatient care throughout her lifetime. Each year we honor a student who exhibits similar traits and who will uphold her legacy. Like Mrs. Daly, this student appears quiet and reserved, but beneath the surface lies a fierce determination to pursue humanitarian causes. Her networking, facilitation, problem-solving, and coordination skills have been masterful. Never deterred by potential bureaucratic hurdles, she has demonstrated impressive patience, calm, and steely perseverance. As the community service chair, she oversaw MLK Day, programming, implemented a range of food and clothing drives, and helped develop a patient advocacy program that connects patients with social services. In addition to her community service effort, She received a $15,000 research grant to study lung cancer disparities with the goal of increasing cancer screening in high-risk communities. And she was one of the student leaders who provided critical feedback for our school's 2025 LCME accreditation. She received a record number of votes from her peers for the Gold Humanism Honor Society, demonstrating her ability to balance a solid academic record with school service. She was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society. She has been a stellar student with a vast generosity of spirit that inspires those who enter her sphere. Headed to Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School's internal medicine and pediatrics residency at Rutgers, and a definite dean in the making, it is an honor to present the 2026 Mary Daly Award to Christine Chin. All right, the last award. Finally, we present the Joseph C. Doan Memorial Prize. This award was established in honor of Joseph Doan, class of 1948, and is awarded annually to a member of the graduating class who has attained the highest average throughout all 4 years of medical school. It is my pleasure to present the 2026 Joseph C. Doan Memorial Prize, which we did this morning, to Matthew Sheely. Matthew is a student at our St. Luke's Regional Campus and received his award at this morning's ceremony. So thank you all. All right.
All right. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Before I give us our closing, I do want to take this moment to acknowledge one last group of people, which is the people who put today's event together. So could we give a round of applause to our Office of Student Support and our events planning? So thank you all for attending our wonderful celebration to acknowledge the amazing things that you've done. We'd like to have all of the recipients of today's awards to come to the front of the room for a group photo when we're done. After the pictures have been taken, please join your family and friends in the Commons for a reception to continue our celebration. Don't forget to pick up the Awards Day ceremony program booklet, which will have all of the names and the awards and the award descriptions. And then we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, do not be late, for graduation. Congratulations, everybody.